The idyllic slopes of Mount Dov, a strategic point where the borders of Lebanon, Syria and Israel converge, have once again become a focal point of conflict in the volatile Middle East. Recent events, including a serious security incident near the Israeli town of Majd al-Shams, have brought the region to the brink of another war between Israel and Hezbollah. Tensions have been simmering for months, punctuated by exchanges of fire and escalating rhetoric. The situation underscores the fragility of peace in a region where even the smallest spark could ignite a major conflagration. The latest incident, the details of which remain shrouded in military secrecy, involved an alleged infiltration attempt near Majd al-Shams. Israeli forces responded with force, resulting in casualties. While the precise circumstances and the identities of those involved are still under investigation, the incident has ratcheted up tensions considerably. Both sides have accused each other of violating the fragile ceasefire that has held since the 2006 war. The incident in Majd al-Shams is just the latest in a series of recent events that have brought the region closer to the brink. In recent months, there have been multiple reports of rocket attacks from Lebanon into Israel, as well as Israeli airstrikes on suspected Hezbollah targets in Syria. Hezbollah, for its part, has accused Israel of violating Lebanese airspace and sovereignty. The situation is further complicated by the ongoing civil war in Syria, where both Israel and Hezbollah are deeply involved. The spectre of another devastating war between Israel and Hezbollah looms large, a concern shared by many in the international community. Veteran diplomat Amos Hochstein, a key figure in mediating maritime border disputes between Israel and Lebanon, recently expressed his concern that even a minor miscalculation or accident could spiral into a full-blown conflict. His warning underscores the volatility of the situation, where even unintentional actions could have catastrophic consequences.
In a region as tense and militarized as the Israel-Lebanon border, the potential for miscalculation is high. Both sides are on high alert, and any perceived provocation could trigger a disproportionate response. The absence of direct communication channels between Israel and Hezbollah further exacerbates the risk of misinterpretation and accidental escalation.
The possibility of a third Lebanon war, as it's often referred to, is a nightmare scenario that both sides would likely prefer to avoid. The 2006 war, which lasted for 34 days, resulted in significant casualties and widespread destruction in both Lebanon and Israel. The human cost of another conflict would be immense, and the economic and political repercussions would be felt far beyond the region. Israel has repeatedly asserted its right to defend itself against what it perceives as threats from Hezbollah. Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz has stated unequivocally that Israel will not tolerate any attacks on its citizens or territory and will respond forcefully to any aggression. His statements reflect the Israeli government's firm stance against Hezbollah, which it considers a terrorist organization.
Israel will not tolerate any attacks on its citizens or territory and will respond forcefully to any aggression.
Katz's comments echo the sentiments of former Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, who during his tenure warned Hezbollah that Israel would not hesitate to use its full military might to protect its interests.
Israel would not hesitate to use its full military might to protect its interests.
Bennett's tough stance on security matters was a hallmark of his leadership, and his successor, the current Prime Minister, appears to be following a similar playbook. The United States, Israel's closest ally, has consistently supported Israel's right to defend itself. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has reiterated this commitment, emphasizing that Israel has both the right and the responsibility to protect its citizens from attacks.
Israel has both the right and the responsibility to protect its citizens from attacks.
The U.S. has also provided Israel with significant military aid, which has bolstered its defense capabilities. Section 4: Hezbollah's capabilities and regional implications. Hezbollah, a powerful Shiite Muslim political party and militant group based in Lebanon, possesses a formidable arsenal of weapons, including an estimated 150,000 rockets and missiles. This vast stockpile, much of it supplied by Iran, poses a significant threat to Israel and has been a constant source of tension in the region. Hezbollah's capabilities have grown substantially since the 2006 war, and it is now considered one of the most well-armed non-state actors in the world. The potential for a full-scale war between Israel and Hezbollah has far-reaching regional implications. Such a conflict could draw in other regional actors, including Iran and Syria, and could destabilize the entire Middle East. The potential for a wider conflagration is a nightmare scenario that has kept international diplomats on edge for years. Hezbollah's arsenal includes a range of short, medium and long-range missiles capable of striking deep inside Israel. These weapons, combined with the group's sophisticated guerrilla tactics, make it a formidable adversary. Hezbollah has also demonstrated its ability to inflict significant damage on Israeli military assets, as evidenced by the 2006 war. Section 5. The international community's role in de-escalation. The international community has been actively engaged in efforts to de-escalate tensions between Israel and Hezbollah. Diplomats from various countries, including the United States, France and Russia, have been working behind the scenes to mediate between the two sides. The United Nations peacekeeping force in Lebanon, known as UNIFIL, has also played a crucial role in monitoring the border and preventing further escalation. Over the past few months, there have been numerous diplomatic initiatives aimed at reducing tensions. These efforts have focused on urging both sides to exercise restraint, avoid provocative actions, and engage in dialogue. The international community recognizes that a peaceful resolution is the only way to prevent another devastating war in the region. However, these diplomatic efforts have yet to yield a breakthrough. The deep mistrust between Israel and Hezbollah, coupled with their divergent interests, makes finding common ground extremely challenging. The volatile situation in Syria, where both actors are involved, further complicates matters.